One of the pots I like making most at the wheel is a storage jar. And there's several different types to make. And it's all about the lid fitting. This storage jar I'm going to show you is made from 3.5 pounds of clay. It's a 4-inch opening here. And I've grooved some lines in it, here and here, because I want to decorate between those two lines later. The pot's still pretty soft, but the tackiness has gone off of it, and that's good. The lid itself is made with 14 ounces of clay, and it's quite shallow. It's not terribly domed. This one I made yesterday, so I can show you how to finish it today. But let's throw the pot and the lid now. Now I'm also going to show you in the next shot all the tools you'll need to make this project. So take note of those, and you can find them all on my web store at vangilderpottery.com. So the storage jar starts with a cylinder, and I leave this bottom 4/5 of the cylinder from about here to here. I leave this completely thick. I mean, I'm going to belly this out, and I need the clay in that wall to do it. Because I want to make this opening 4 inches, I actually pull the wall up, and it's a little less than 4. It's much easier to stretch the clay outward than it is to compress it once I've bellied the form out. So let's start the belly a little bit at a time. A little bit more pressure from your inside fingers. And again. Okay, I'm going to use my undercut tool, cut a bevel, cut away that excess clay. Now I'm going to smooth the outside surface of the jar because I want to decorate it. And I don't want those throwing lines to get in the way of my decoration. Again, I'm not watching what the tool is doing, I'm watching what it's producing by looking at this profile. I'm looking at the surface of the pot, and I'm looking at the shape of it. Now at this point I'm going to take my first measurement. I'm going to measure, make sure I'm exactly across the center of the circle, and it's a fraction less than 4 inches, which is good, because now I can stretch that outward a bit. I want to make sure that this rim is not too thin, because it's going to have a lid banged on it constantly. So let's get the water out of the inside of the jar. You know, someone asked me, why do I make it 4 inches? The average hand is 3 to 4 inches wide. So if you're going to reach into this jar, this opening size makes sense. I'm going to use the edge of this tool, the corner rather, and put a few lines right here and here. Now those two lines are right next to each other. There's no space in between them. Smooth them just a little bit and take one more measurement. It's exactly 4 inches. Now, how do we get this pot off the wheel head? Well, there's a couple ways to do it. Of course, you can throw it on a bat, but when you're making a lot of jars, the bats take up space. I do this. I take a piece of newspaper, set it across the pot, and lightly touch the rim through the newspaper. When I see a circle of wetness appear through the newspaper, I know I've trapped the air and sealed the pot completely. Now wire it off and lift it away. Dry hands. I use the rib on the outside, so this surface is tacky. And it's amazing, it stays in perfect round form. Immediately pull the paper off, and now we'll make the lid.